Hey guys, today I'm showing you my perfected Void Hunter build. I've used Void Hunter since it came out of Taken King, and I have to say this season's variation of it is by far the best we've ever gotten. A bunch of buffs mixed with some artifact mods, build changes, and the new fragments we got this season make this the best Hunter build in the game. Master Root of Nightmares is right around the corner, so I thought this would be a good time to show it off. Getting into the build, we are using Wave Splitter. Wave Splitter is an exotic that charges its beam as you shoot. The beam will automatically hit full charge after you pick up an orb and will suppress targets. The gun is incredible and just destroys anything you need to now with its recent buffs. We are pairing this with, of course, Gear Falcons. Gear Falcons gives volatile rounds whenever you leave invis. It's especially great because you can pair it with Stylus Executioner, so whenever you kill a debuff target, which also means with volatile, you will turn invisible. So those two create a chain that will give you volatile and keep refreshing it as long as you are getting kills. The next aspect we are doing is using on the build is gonna start the chain, which is Vanishing Step, which makes it so whenever you use your class ability, aka dodge, you will turn invisible. So that will just start the chain. The second you leave it, you will get volatile, and then volatile kills make you invis, so that timer will constantly be there. And as long as you're getting multi-kills, you'll get orbs, which will charge up your Wave Splitter, and it's just a never-ending cycle of Wave Splitter doing a lot of damage. The fragments we are using in this build, they're all centered around making you stay alive. We already have the damage, we just need to stay alive now, so we're starting off with Echo of Starvation, which grants Devour every time we grab an orb or grab a Void Breach. Remember, the idea is to generate a bunch of orbs so that your Wave Splitter will be at full charge at all times, and you can just inflict massive damage. The next fragment we have up is Undermining, Echo of Undermining. It'll make your nade weaken anything it touches, so anything it touches will automatically receive 15% extra damage. The third fragment is Echo of Remnants, so that your nade will be on the field a few more seconds, and we're using Vortex specifically, remember, so it definitely adds a few more seconds and adds extra damage to the nade on top of just keep on applying Weaken. So we just increase the damage we're dealing to bosses or champions or anything, and just it's really nice. All three of the buffs with Wave Splitter, Surge mods, Volatile, and the Weaken, they will just make you delete champions. If you look behind, this is the Master Lost sector that I did solo earlier. I am 20 levels under, and these champions die within 1 to 2 stuns. It's really free. It's very nice. And the last fragment we have is a brand new one, Echo of Cessation? I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. So that it gives you volatile or Void Breaches on volatile kills. And remember, Void Breaches give you class ability energy on top of giving you Devour as well. So using that chains to gives the chain more time to be active. So if you leave a room and you run out of volatile and you can't get invis again, you should just have your class ability again by the end of it because of these Void Breaches. Weapons we have on the build are Riptide. You can use Deliverance. You can use the World Drop one that has Chill Clip. Anything with Chill Clip will stun Overloads and Unstoppables because Chill Clip slows and freezes. And then Volatile rounds, if you have it, your LMG that we are using, Commemoration, will also break barriers. So this build has the capabilities to stun all 3 champions and delete them basically because of all the buffs we have. Getting into all of our mods, we're just using some basic mods such as Harmonic Siphon, Firepower, just to get our orbs of power, and we want to generate as many as possible so that we can constantly grab them and stack up to 4 armor charges so that we can have as much time as we can with our Void Weapon Surges. These 2 Weapon Surges will grant 17% extra damage to our 2 Void Weapons, our Wave Splitter and our Commemoration, and then with Time Dilation it will increase that to 15, and then with the second one we'll increase it to 20. Now on top of that we have Special Finisher, Void Scavenger, just strictly for Wave Splitter because you do run out of ammo really fast. So if you do have 4 armor charges, you could finish something with Special Finisher. It'll take 3 of those stacks and you'll still be left with 1, so you can keep your Void damage to continue to finish a kill off. You have 20 seconds to get more orbs. So the idea is to keep a chain going so that you will always have the Void Surge, even if you need a Special Finish for Special Finisher. We also have the Intellect mod on the helmet because we like to fire off a tether as much as physically possible. And I'm not running the most Intellect. I recommend you don't. I recommend you aim more for resilience, discipline, and then your third stat should be mobility. If you finish mobility, intellect should be the next one. Yes, you don't need strength. The smoke doesn't matter as much, and recovery also doesn't matter as much because you will always have devour. The artifact mods are very, very helpful, especially with the discounted mods for void and nades. This helps so much with the build. It is incredible how like many mods we can add, because if you look, like the boots only have 7, the helmet has 9, strictly because of those artifact mods. They are very helpful. The mods that we really need to get into is volatile flow. This will ensure that we always have volatile up, even if we like somehow lose our class ability or like we don't have any way to start the chain. This will start the chain. Like just get a multi-kill with your LMG. If you look at the beginning of the Lost Sector, I got a kill with the LMG, and that's how I started my chain. Shatter Orbs is perfect for generating orbs. If you break Void Shields, this mod is the best artifact perk in this tree. Grab this no matter what. Brickstone Beyond is wonderful for using Wave Splitter and Commemoration to generate you as much Commemoration ammo as you have, and then you have Special Finisher for Wave Splitter to proc this more often. The last 2 columns don't really matter as much. They are just here in case I want to mess around, but these 3 also aren't the greatest. Void Weapon Channeling, if you're wondering we aren't using it, it's because it does not work with Weapon Surge mods. So we don't want to be hindered to not use our abilities, because the point is to throw your grenade and your tether as much as possible. So you would go down to a 17% buff with 2 abilities anyways, and the weapon surges are giving that anyways. So void channeling is just not the most useful perk in the game. That's about it for the build. Remember, keep the chain going. You want to have volatile up at all times and grab as many orbs as possible. That's the whole cycle of the build. It's not really ability spammy, but it's just you love to watch things blow up and just constantly be healed by those explosions. It is a very satisfying build to watch, and is by far my favorite, and what I will bring into Master Root of Nightmares on Tuesday. So if you guys enjoyed the video, I would appreciate a sub. I'm trying to get as many subs as possible before March. We're aiming for 100. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, take care. I'm gonna let the Master Last Sector finish out behind me, and I hope you guys have a good day. See ya.